The 7.6.0 PTB is here, and it comes with a brand new killer, and a new survivor, and a new map, and new perks for survivors and killers, plus killer changes and more. The newest killer added to Dead by Daylight is called the Unknown.
Anita Max win.
The Unknown is a tall, lanky figure, sort of like Hillbilly. The lore of this killer is that he's a lethal killer that takes it down anyone who tries to figure out who he is, or confirm his existence. Now, we don't know what he looks like because he has human skin that covers his body. That is most likely from his victims. The Unknown's power, the UVX, utilizes a new effect called a Weakened. This effect, Weakened, makes your survivors effectively crippled, as it makes them vulnerable to losing a health state instantly when hit by the blast area. The UVX is a similar weapon to a grenade launcher, which shoots a bouncing projectile that explodes on impact. After bouncing one time, it lands on the ground or wall and makes a small radius around it that weakens survivors inside. Survivors have to look at the Unknown for 8 seconds in order to remove the Weakened effect. In addition, it takes longer for survivors to remove hallucinations if they are weakened. The Unknown special effect is called Hallucinations. As mentioned, it makes you spawn a copy of the killer that you can teleport to at any time. But if survivors find them, they can remove them after a 10-second animation. But if they stop doing it, then they get weakened and they get shown to the killer. After teleporting to a hallucination, all hallucinations go on a 30-second cooldown before you can use them again. The hallucinations go down by 10 seconds after you injure each survivor, and after 30 seconds, wherever you're standing, it spawns a hallucination that you can teleport to. If you're playing Survivor though, be careful. If you stop removing a hallucination, the killer will know where you are and you will be weakened. The Unknown is probably top 5 killers right now because he has good movement, he has a projectile, and he doesn't even need to reload it, but at least he's top 1 in my heart. The new Survivor is probably one of the best survivors to come to Dead by Daylight and might replace Fangman as the best survivor in Dead by Daylight. The latest addition to the killer perks are Unbound, Unforeseen, and Undone. Unbound is a killer perk that after you hit someone, within 30 seconds of the initial hit, you vault a window, you gain a 5% speed boost for 10 seconds. And this perk is not really good unless you're using Bamboozle, and it's like a B tier perk. The perk Unforeseen is a killer perk that makes it that if you hit a gen, you transfer your terror radius to it for 24 seconds. This is a pretty good perk and might be really useful for gen kicking builds. The perk Unforeseen makes it so that you do 3% more gen recursion for each missed skill check that survivors do, and it resets your stacks once you kick a gen. There's not really much use for this perk out of Doctor skill check builds, C tier. With the new update comes an entirely new category of perks. These perks, which revolve around the basement, requires a summoning circle to be activated. Be wary when using them, as it will come with a punishment. The first perk that came along with this category is Invocation, Weaving Spider. And in my opinion, I feel like these perks are really bad, and Weaving Spider is a really bad perk. That makes you wait 120 seconds just to be injured for the rest of the game. Wicked makes it so that you heal faster when you have bad effects on. Also really random, it makes it so that you get out of mangled faster for some reason. This perk is kind of useless because Vigil exists and Vigil is already good enough. The perk Strengths and Shadows makes the survivor heal at 6% speed in the basement. And after healing, you can see the killer's aura for 10 seconds. This perk is ultimately useless, as you can heal a lot slower than self-care, but you can heal anywhere, and it's just not worth going down to basement just to heal. The Weaving Spider perk is probably the worst perk they've ever added to Dead by Daylight, because you just waste 120 seconds just to get 50% of all gens done, which is just a big waste of time. With you not being able to heal for the rest of the game, and you being able to technically do more gens, without the perk, this is probably the new worst perk in the game. Behavior has also made some killer changes along with this update. The Clown has gone from 4 bottles to 6 bottles. The speed up bottle is now activating after 2 seconds instead of 2.5 seconds. The Clown's slowdown bottle has gone from 5 seconds of slowdown to 6 seconds. These clown buffs were much needed changes, and I think this will affect him in a positive way. The Demogorgon has gotten some faster animations with his shred attack, which I don't think is a good change because he seems perfectly fine now, but I guess behavior has some good plans for him. The Doctor has also seen some increase in their shock therapy animations. The Doctor is sure overpowered, and this was an unnecessary change, as Doctor mains are literally so annoying, and they have adopted because nobody's parents would actually love a child that would be so despicable to main such a killer. The Huntress has gone from 5 to 7 hatches. The Huntress hatchet holding speed is now 3.5 meters per second instead of 3 meters. Yet the Huntress is already a decent killer and there is no reason to buff Huntress this much. The Pig has seen the most buffs in this update, with Pig's Ambush being buffed in almost every single way possible, with only the Bear Trap now going from 150 seconds before it explodes to 180 seconds before it explodes. And with that, that's a wrap on the latest Dead by Daylight update, 7.6.0. Make sure you smash the like button and hit that subscribe button for more cool content. Be sure you share your thoughts about this update in the comments below. You're welcome for watching.